I was still waiting on some official updates from the trainer in regards to injuries. I don't have anything really to add other than what I said yesterday after the game. Very disappointed in the outcome. I thought the guys played very hard. The penalties, the turnovers, that goes on me. Got to do a much better job, but I'll answer any questions that I can.
In the passing game, what are you seeing with the receivers in gaining separation downfield, and are there things you guys can do to?
Well, I've got to do a better job. We've got to do a better job getting them better looks and getting them involved in the game, no question. So I put that on myself. I think we've got good young receivers. We might shake it up a little bit, give some other guys some more opportunities this week, but we'll study the Titans and see what goes.
We talked about the penalties a couple of weeks ago, but are you seeing them as things that can be addressed? I know you mentioned pre-snap penalties in the past.
Yeah, we just did address it again today. Pre-snap, post-snap, pre-snap penalties, and after the whistle penalties, that's a reflection of me. And I'm not going to stand for that. We're not going to stand for that. Our players don't stand for that. We've got to do a much better job. And it's clearly 12 penalties to none. I've never heard of that stat before. Like I said, it's a reflection of me, and we're going to get better at that.
If you think of the way the defense played overall, I mean, I know stats can skew any way you want them to go, but Mahomes doesn't get 200 yards passing, and the Chiefs average 3.3 yards a carry, and it's a 31-point deficit.
Yeah, I mean, the statistics, you're right. Yesterday was going to be a slugfest. It was going to be a tough game, I believe. It was going to be a close score. I mean, the weather conditions were difficult, very difficult to throw the ball, period. To kick the ball, I think it was a big deal. The penalties and the turnovers, the hidden yardage, it's a huge statistic, and it's one that we're not good enough to overcome. But we did some good things on defense, and we expect that.
In terms of limiting the big plays, that was a big focus going into the game. If you get one all game, what was the key to being more successful in that?
Well, we emphasized it. We really did a good job, I think, of trying to keep the ball in front of us. They missed a couple opportunities down the field, but give our guys credit. They tried to keep the ball in front of them against a lot of really good receivers and a great quarterback, and it was a real tough day to throw the ball in.
How have you seen Trayvon, the amount of time he's got? How have you seen his game grow?
He's getting better. He had some really good plays yesterday. He was obviously flagged a few times for penalties. One of them, I can't quite say where it came from, but it was a big reversal in the game. He made a couple great plays against a great receiver. And I think he's getting confidence. I think he's getting better. I think he performed better. He's performing better and better each week.
You guys went a long time without scoring a touchdown. What was the missing ingredient in terms of?
Well, we've had to go the long way most of the season. We've been pretty good at going 80 yards on long, sustained drives. And, against the Jets, we had some drop passes, I think 3 or 4 drives in a row. We've had some penalties. We've gotten off schedule. We've said it time and time again, for us to be good on offense right now, we're going to have to stay on schedule and be balanced. And yesterday I think we had a penalty on a swing pass. We had another penalty on our opening possession on an isolation block. The penalties, the turnovers, drop passes, miscues have hurt us. And, it's been a big factor, I think, in the last couple of weeks. But, again, that's something I've got to do a much better job of. I'm the man calling the plays.
Do you anticipate Markel Lee being acquisition?
Yeah, there's the possibility of some changes, try to give us a spark. And we'll see from Rod Martin, the trainer, where everybody is here in the next 24 hours.
The most problematic quarter in terms of score for you has been the third quarter all year. I think it's 91-20 or something along those lines. Is there any common denominator there that you can think of?
No, it's poor halftime talks maybe. I take credit for that. we're playing pretty good football at times. We've struggled the last 2 weeks. There's a lot of statistics out there that look bad, and there's some that look really good. I think that's kind of a summarization of where we are right now at 6-6.
You guys had earlier in the year, you had a couple bad back-to-back losses, and you were able to respond from them. What about this locker room makes you believe these guys can
Well, I have no doubt we're going to respond. We didn't show up yesterday and not respond and come to compete. We came to play. We played extremely hard. We ran the ball good, played good defense in some spots. Like I said, we have some really good veteran leadership, some emerging young players. We just got to collectively play better together as a team, and that falls on me.
The notion of qualifying for the postseason, is that something that you discuss with the players or use as a motivational tool, or do you like to try to keep that separate and focus on the game? How do you?
We're going to focus on the Titans. We can't control what's going on in the league, who's playing who and what the scores are in other places. We got to control the things that we can control, and that's minimizing pre-snap penalties, eliminating after the whistle penalties, and winning a turnover battle. Those are the things that we can control, preparing ourselves to play and going out and competing. But, we would love to make the playoffs, love to win a championship, but that's out of our control right now.
Mid-game switch at kick returner yesterday. Is that something where Jalen's going to keep doing that?
Yeah, we want to look at Jalen, looking for a spark. We're looking for somebody to create some field position. And Jalen's had a history of doing it, making some big plays. So that'll be an area that we continue to study and try to improve at.
Carlson obviously did a great job last year. He's been struggling a little bit the last few weeks, especially. What do you see?
Yeah, it's disappointing. He's obviously, I think a couple of the snaps weren't perfect yesterday. The conditions weren't great the last 2 weeks. We don't practice in the conditions. I'm not making excuses, but we think he's a great kicker. We think he's going to work himself out of it and be just fine. But we're struggling right now in a lot of areas. And again, I'm the head coach. I've got to do a much better job getting our team ready to go.
Sure, you haven't dove headlong into Tennessee yet by any stretch, but just the way that they've been playing lately and the way that Derrick Henry's running, what kind of challenge is that going to be for your run defense?
Big challenge, man. I mean, Henry's unbelievable. He never tires. I've got friends in Tennessee. I'm from Tennessee. My wife's from Tennessee. Derrick Henry never gets tired, man. He's just criminy. This guy runs hard. He's a fun back to watch, and he doesn't want to go down. So it's going to be a challenge for us. I know we're looking forward to it. We're anxious to play a home game again, and we're going to need to play a lot better in all three phases to slow down the Titans and get our offense in gear.
Speaking of not tiring as a back, with Josh Jacobs yesterday, another big game. At this point of his rookie season, are you impressed with the way that he's holding up, being the power back that he is?
Yeah, he's fighting through the shoulder himself. A lot of the things that these guys are doing behind the scenes go unrecognized. He hurt his shoulder in a Green Bay game, so we've tried to be smart with him. But what a great competitor he is, and he's going to be one of the best complete backs in all of football, I believe.
Have you had a chance to look at either Derrick's interceptions and assess what went wrong?
Yeah, I think the first one was a blitz, it was a 5-man rush, and I credit Matthew for making a great play. He fooled us there. Second one, I think, I think Derrick perhaps could have got off Tyrell and gone someplace else, but I'm not going to sit here and criticize my quarterback. He's done a lot of good things. He's competing, and he's performed very well with a lot of moving parts. And if you think that's easy, then you're mistaken. I compliment him for his competitiveness, his preparation, and his ability to compete each week.
Matthew said something after the game yesterday to the effect of they were able to maybe tell if Derrick was going to be taking downfield shots by some of the pre-snap formations. Is that something that you look at all or take note of?
Hopefully I could get a copy of his tip sheet. Like I said, you're going to hear stuff like that here and there, but I credit the Chiefs. They did a great job, and if they had something honest, then that's another reflection of me. But I got a lot of pride in our preparation, and we'll just have to leave it at that.
I know it's probably one of those things that's way in the back of your mind, but 2 games left in Oakland, as it stands, is that?
That's tough, man. It is tough. It's tough driving in here, seeing these fans. It's tough. The thought of all the change that's happening, on our roster and in our future, but it's exciting at the same time. So you try to, again, just focus on what we can control and play it one snap at a time, one game at a time, and try to be very, very respectful of where we come from. We come from Oakland, and we'd like to finish strong.
The jet sweep to Davis yesterday, was that a play he could have cut up and got the yards?
Well, maybe. It would have been a nice play by him. I think Thornhill, the safety from Kansas, made a great play. One-on-one in space, that's a big part of pro football now. And you try to create some opportunities where you fool them completely and you can keep running. But they made a good play. They recognized it, and the kid made a great play, the rookie out of Virginia. So, that's a play that obviously was a big turning point in the game. It's another one that I called.